he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Quick throw out to Gordon on the perimeter. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy, either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
First carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Burrow. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun again to Mixon. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
And the ball carrier brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Gain on the play. First down, Cleveland.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 31 yards there and a first down.
31 yards.
Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there. A big gainer.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Chubb on the carry.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
From the 17, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
10, Browns nothing.
Met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
That's pulled in at the 32. 13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, it's Chubb. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And the
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
On the play, 2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Chubb. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are back within a score. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Bengals' 13-yard line.
Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Flush to his right. This is caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run with Chubb. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, flying like dragon. Man, I'm flying past Saturn.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. From the gun, Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Burrow. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's 2nd down.
He was covered by Denzel Ward.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
The ball carrier.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, Nixon. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
On the carry.
Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Nixon. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Twisting away. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Now it's Burrow. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's 3rd and 4.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
The turnover on downs.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Delpit on the coverage.
Burrow will throw. He's got his man, Boyd. And down inside the 15 he goes. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the delay, it's Mixon. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Number 28, Joe.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
To Joe Mixon.
So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
brings up 3rd and 4.
Burrow looking to pass. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And some room to roll now. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Chubb will get the call, running left. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
1st down, Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Complete to Kareem Hunt. A gain of 4. It's now
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mayfield now from the 50. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
1st down, Browns.
A 1st down throw from Mayfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the former 1st-round pick, William Jackson.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. This is White on the screen. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And that is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go, and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
That good for 22 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Browns' 46-yard line.
On 2nd down, Burrow. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. Past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for me. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off at the 23. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A toss left, Mixon. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Joe Mixon, the ball carrier.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
Myles Garrett.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
Cleveland.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
The throw here going to be complete to Gordon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Gordon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns get a score closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Off the option, that's complete. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
15.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Once again, they run with Mixon. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Here's Burrow. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is brought in at the 21. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Von Bell, and that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Bengals...
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Hey, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I?
Hey, could count on my paw and look at my dogs from. But you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall. But how did you get up? I done got rich and went, but then got rich again. Just a little hiccup.